matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20s.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year, they rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And some room to work. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Throwing, Duggan.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Duggan looking to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You've got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
Now, I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but, of course, that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Duggan to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Now Geno on 1st down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Geno is going to get this complete to Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
To throw is Duggan.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
It's taken to the 26. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And
this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 65 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Duggan.
Throw here's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Duggan will look to throw this.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Smith throwing again. He finds Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Bobby Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off of play action, here's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
To throw is Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and these are what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, Evans looking for space. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ethan Evans on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And this time, they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Smith going to move him around. Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rams 17.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Seahawks 41, Rams 17.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Duggan now to throw.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dugan. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Throwing, Duggan.
Touchdown, Rams.
Luke Musgrave.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams get a bit closer.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Smith.
That's going to be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing on third down, Smith.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Duggan to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him on balance.
And he did. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal?
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they send a man in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Luke Musgrave
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Duggan looking to throw.
Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
To throw is Duggan. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Duggan will look to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Duggan. A short throw to Musgrave. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dugan. Throw caught by Musgrave. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now they'll change things up. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Dugan. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. To throw on 3rd down. Dugan. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. On first down, Dugan. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Looking to throw on second down. Duggan. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Here we go. This is 4th down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Max Duggan keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Smith. That is intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Oh, look at the juke. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
2nd and 6 coming up. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Anthony Schwartz, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw it. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Smith. Room past the 45.
And they can't bring him down as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Down the right sideline.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but